Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Thursday. Let me get our guest on the show. Welcome. You guys are in for a treat. This is going to be fun. This is going to be so much fun. So let me see here. We're going to do this good. All right. We will get started in just a second, making sure my guest is going to be on. Yes, Jenny from YouTube. Welcome. My guest will join in a second. And we got this straight. Yes, we did. Jenny, are you excited? This is going to be so good. Oh, man. I'm looking at my questions. I'm upgrading my questions. All I got to say. The questions are being upgraded every week. So, all right. We're still a minute early. So, you know what I mean? Which I'm really proud of myself. I don't think that's ever happened, like ever. Maybe once. No, I don't think so. Never. Moving. Okay, yeah, move to Facebook. That's much better. Yeah. So let's see here. You do love the background. Thank you. This is gonna be fun. Let me see if this background is so much fun. I had it before, but it's been a long time. I took it down, changed it up, but I kind of feel like I needed back my library. Let's see. Okay, click and join. All right, she is. Yes. Cordesha, are you here? Your camera is off. I can unmute you. Because yes.
I'm not Cordesha. I'm just saying hi.
No, the camera works. That's awesome.
I guess you're still waiting for Cordesha. She'll be in soon.
What happened?
I said Cordesha should be here soon.
Okay, awesome. How are you?
I'm great, thanks.
And who are you?
You actually interviewed me from one of the Saturday class. I'm Duo.
Whoa, right?
Duo Starshine. Dewan.
I was gonna say, okay, you'll be
Dewan.
next.
Ah. Okay, so I'm just stopping by.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Are you gonna
Okay.
stick around and watch?
Yes, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna be camera off.
Okay, awesome. That's awesome. Duo works. Duo. See? All right, who's here? Who's not here? PK is in the house. What? Andrea is in the house. Jenny is in the house. And obviously, we're going to have Cordesha in a second. Oh, man, this is going to be so much fun. I am actually looking so forward to some of these questions. Like, two of these questions I'm really looking forward to. So let's see what we get. Oh, here we go. Yes.
Hey.
How are you?
Oh,
wow,
yes.
Look at you. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
You are
How
welcome.
are you, Sean?
I'm doing amazing, grateful and blessed. How are you?
Awesome. I'm great. Thank you.
All right, let's get this party started. So, hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your side business. Welcome, welcome. Today is Thursdays with Sean, and I am so excited for my special guest today. You may have seen her on the stage, or you may have heard about her in network marketing space because she's a superstar. But this story is this show is all about, you see the glory, but you don't know the story. And this show is all about the story. We're going to break down the journey, and I am so excited to have Cordesha Mcrae. Did I say it correct?
Yes, you did.
How about that? I've been practicing. On Thursdays with Show. Thank you for accepting my invite. Welcome, welcome.
Well, thank you for the invite. I'm truly honored. I am. Thank you so much.
Oh, I'm so excited to hear your story. So let's get right into it. But for the audience that don't know who you are, I know you are a mom, you are a wife, you are a super entrepreneur, you have an international multi-million dollar business. Um, this is amazing. So let's go to the beginning, if you would. Give us a little bit about your cultural background, maybe educational background, just who you are, background wise.
Okay. Well, I come from humble beginnings. The eldest of four sisters. Born to two teenagers. My mom was 16. My dad was 17. So I take nothing for granted. And, I know the struggles. Born in New York, raised in New York, from the Bronx, the South Bronx, like the really ghetto part of New York.
Oh, wow.
So I don't take any of this, lightly. I really appreciate it all. I mean, that's pretty much me. Basically, like if you want to go back to my beginnings, that's it. I'm just a regular girl. Someone is calling me. That's nice.
Are you here? Okay. That's awesome. I love that. So what got you into this space, into the whole network marketing space?
I was intrigued by the freedom of it all. I feel like, well, it was 9 years ago, it was 2014, like back in the old ages in network marketing, that's the old days because everything changes so fast and quick. So back in 2014, I just stumbled across someone on the internet and I was like, oh my gosh, I need that. It was freedom. It was the freedom that drew me in. I was always working more than one job. I never just had one job. I worked two jobs. I was either in a trade school or college or something. I always stayed busy. So when I saw that, I'm like, freedom. That's what I need. I'm tired.
So what type of a freedom? The time freedom?
Oh, both time and
Yeah,
financial freedom.
that's
Absolutely. Because
awesome.
yeah, being the eldest of four sisters, our mom passed away when I was 21. So she was only 37 at the time, and I had three younger sisters. So I raised my younger sisters as my own, along with my husband, of course. And I had a daughter. She was almost 2. And so it was the financial freedom. I just wanted more for my family and for myself, of course. And
I
then the
love
time.
that. And this is 2014.
14.
And
Mhm.
you saw somebody online back then.
Yes.
What about that? How about that, right?
Yeah.
What were they? Were they promoting a product, or were they promoting?
They were
Were they promoting a product?
and it was just like, oh wow, I've never seen anything like this. Like this is what we're doing. So
How awesome is that? I love that
yeah.
story, actually. So take us back to that 2014, like the 9 years ago, if you would. what is, I love to ask this question. This is one of my go-to questions. I ask this all the time. So what would you say would be your number one challenge that like first month, the first, like the few in the business, in the profession?
Well, I'm an introvert. I'm not a people person.
What?
I am not. Surprisingly enough, I am not a people
With
person.
the amount of
I,
people you have in your team, come on now. I
it,
love it. What would you
I
do if
am.
you would be a people person?
Oh my God.
Right?
You're speaking it into existence.
I
Millionaire
love
is
it.
definitely on my radar. But
Love
I'm
it.
not, I believe like the internet was developed.
This person really wants to get a hold of her. This is like question number 2, you guys. Drop some comments. Let me know what's going on. You guys are good. You enjoying this so far? Share, tag. Don't be shy. No, don't be shy. There you go.
Yeah, I
This
just had to
person
say,
really
please
wants to
stop
get
calling
a
me.
hold of you.
Calling you. And this is someone
Yeah,
I rarely speak with.
that's funny. That's awesome.
So I was saying the internet was created by introverts. It had to be.
That's interesting. I like that. Actually, I like that. So, what was the challenge that you had like that
Oh
first month? It was just because you were introvert. I mean,
no!
you have a massive team. We're gonna get into that. It's not like a couple people. Yeah,
As far as the customer base, yes, my team is growing. I'm actually still in the midst of recruiting because that wasn't my goal. My goal was really just to help people with their physical appearance. So yeah, I'm growing the team now as we speak.
I love it.
And
Yeah,
yes, international. I do have some international folk, but the introvert, the part that was challenging was back in the old ages, right? 2014. There was more belly to belly. It was more parties. It was more approaching anyone that was within arm's reach of you and asking that question. So yeah, that was the most challenging part for me.
yeah, that's got to be right.
Mhm.
And at that time, you're a mom and a wife
Oh yeah, yeah.
and
My
have
daughter is
jobs
31 years old, so
and
yeah.
2 jobs.
It was 2 jobs and going to nursing school.
Wait a minute, hold on. Do you have more than 24 hours in a day? Then how do you wait? What?
I said
Seriously?
the same thing. I said there's
So
only
two
24 hours in a
jobs,
day.
two
Yes.
jobs, one husband. Is it 2 kids?
One and
One
done.
kid. All right, one and done. All right,
Yep.
one kid, 2 jobs. And I keep saying the 2 jobs. And you're going to school, not
Yes.
like just a regular school, but nursing school.
Mm-hmm.
And doing parties, literally getting in your car, going to a meeting and doing your thing.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. So how did you do that? Like how did you overcome those challenges? Like how, I want to know. Like how did you overcome those challenges? That's got to be challenging.
Well, the challenging part was approaching people. And so I feel like consistency. I know it's cliche, but consistency is key. So the more you do something, the more comfortable you get with it, the more you begin to love it. So I just did it over and over again, nonstop. Like I had a goal. I said, okay, I'm gonna approach 50 people today if I go out. So if you're in Walmart, you're gonna encounter more than 50 people, right? So I just
So you,
I was consistent.
yeah, that I did not know that part of your story.
Yeah.
That is money. I
And that's
love
back in the
that.
old ages. Remember, it was back in 9 years ago.
But that's
Old days.
powerful, though. That's really powerful because most people would use that list as an excuse. Oh, I have a husband, I have a kid, I have 2 jobs, and I'm going to school. Why would
Yeah.
I have no time. Where you're like using that literally that same list. I talk about this all the time. Somebody's excuses, the same way that they say somebody's trash is somebody else's. What did they say?
Treasure.
The treasure. The same thing here. You have somebody's list of excuses
Mhm.
is somebody else's list of reasons, right?
Absolutely.
And I love that because I don't know if I would have been able to do that. Like that's gangster good. That's
Is
real good.
it? Not
That's
gangster
real
good.
good. Yeah, that's real good. So, okay, so I know like this profession, the whole network marketing is a whole different world. Like I come from the corporate world, I come from the mortgage world. I was in the mortgage industry for for 19 years. So I know it's a whole shift. Like it's a change of mindset of everything. Like I had to relearn like a whole bunch of stuff and still going, right?
No.
So what would you say like maybe in your life experience? What was something that you like found that you could actually use from your not network marketing life but in your network marketing life? You know what I mean? Like you brought that trade
Oh,
or you brought that something over. You're like, I learned that over there, but it's useful here too.
okay, so there's a few things. Number one, first and foremost, is the hustler mentality.
Mm,
I'm always in grind mode, and it's from my upbringings. It's from where I'm
no
from. I'm
way.
from New York. That's what we do. We grind.
Yeah.
So it's the city that never sleeps. So that part of my life, I definitely brought into my business is to always grind and go hard or go home. And then
Cool.
I have the health and wellness, the healthcare behind me as well. So I'm always intrigued by just a healthier lifestyle. I know like how your body works and functions and so that also helped me in my business as well.
So did you actually complete your school, nursing school?
Unfortunately, no, and that's a whole nother story. A sad story, actually. I had my younger sister who was under me. She passed away
Oh,
7 years ago from gastric cancer. She was only 36 at the time.
wow.
Um, so I decided to go part time. So I went from two jobs in nursing school to part time and no school to take care of my sister round the clock for the last 6 months of her life.
And now you're here.
And now I'm here.
I love it. I love that story. I am actually a cancer survivor. So that's one of the things I've gone through. So I definitely appreciate that story. Um, that's a tough challenge to overcome. But it sounds like you were able to turn it around as a blessing. Be able to spend like 6 months. That's a long time to be able to spend with your sister. That's awesome. Actually, that's pretty cool. That's
Thank
um,
you.
that's pretty cool. Um, so we talk about this customer base you have. You have like a gazillion people, like half the planet is on is on your like. I don't have anybody else to get myself. No, I want to know for somebody who's an introvert, right? How do you build such it sounds like you made a switch at some point from party planning to maybe this platform here, and just share with us how were you able to, because I have so my audience, there are a lot of network marketers on from different companies as well. I have a lot of professionals, real estates, doctors, mortgage people, of that kind. So that's kind of my audience. So not everybody knows network marketing. Some know, some don't. Maybe I head them up and they hate me, but but I want to kind of share. I want you to share your story. Like how do you build this into a real income, a customer base?
Okay. Well, first of all, it wasn't overnight.
What?
No, it was 9 years literally in the making. I didn't really have a breakthrough until May 2023.
Just a
I
few
had
months ago.
just a few months ago. I was someone who was doubtful. I had limiting beliefs. So I was always in my own way. And it wasn't until, I mean, events change lives, and they preach that all the time. Go to all of them because you never know which one is going to change your life. So the
I know.
event I went to was in March, and then it's just like a light bulb just went off in May, and it was just like I can do this. I need to do this. I deserve this. I can do it. And so that's when I really started to put my head down, put my blinders on, and just go full throttle into this business because I know I can do it. And
So how much do you spend in a day, like time wise, to in the the whole 9-year plan, if you would? How much would you say you spend like intentional work building your brand and business?
uh, I say about 2 hours a day because I do
Wait,
personal
how
development
much?
every day. 2 hours.
I love it.
2 hours. And that's including personal development. You have to have that. And then just, I'll go live, and so let's say like 2.5 hours, because I'll do like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours of a live. And this is where I get most of my customers from, is just being me, being myself, and they're beginning to know me, love me, and trust me. Right, those are the things that will bring people into you, is when they begin to know you. So going live, seeing my face, hearing my voice, seeing my background with the grandkids running around. I have 3 granddaughters, by the way, and it's
I
like it's
love
just
it.
a real person. So that's what really grew my customer base, and it wasn't overnight. It was just like I became an overnight success 5 months ago.
I love it. I love that story though. That's such a great story. And Jenny is asking, what do you do daily in that 2.5 hours, let's say, if you were to break it
um,
in a few steps? She's thinking.
this time. It wasn't me. I lost you?
Yeah, but you're back.
Okay. Like,
Thank
no one
goodness.
calling me. It's not me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I start my day, with some
I
meditation, some prayer, some
we
personal
missed that.
development.
We didn't
Yes.
hear a thing. We didn't hear a thing.
Oh, can you
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
me
we
now?
didn't hear anything. Yeah, we can hear now.
Oh, okay. So the
Yeah.
question was how I start my day, or what do I do in the 2 hours in my
What
day?
what do you do daily? And since you built your brand and business in about 2.5 hours, so I'm thinking, well, what do you do in that 2.5 hours?
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
I'm present. I'm present on social media. It's really the platform of where I run my business. So I'm present on social media, whether I'm creating content, I'm putting things in my stories, I'm going live. Um,
Are you putting
uh,
content like educational stuff, like
yes,
product and
yes,
educational stuff? Yeah.
yes. I always try my hardest to
You
share
have such
value.
great, I learn stuff from you like every day. You have
Oh,
such awesome stuff, like
thank
really
you.
good stuff. So yeah, I really appreciate the content that you have out there.
I appreciate
Um,
that.
so you have this, you're again, I'm gonna go over this again. You're like a wife, a mom. I can't believe I'm gonna say you're a grandma because that doesn't even make sense, but you're a grandmother of 3. You run this international successful business online. So how do you do all of this? Like how do you balance all of this?
Um, I it's my faith, it's my
Yeah.
faith, and it's my family. My family is very supportive. So with that support, it's like I never have to. I mean, you have to have the conversation with your family especially when you're just ready to go hard, like I did for the past few months. So I sat and had this conversation with my husband, with my daughter. I watch my granddaughter every day, and I'm like, I can't be available in the way you need me. So you have to have those conversations, the open communication with your family, and that's pretty much it. We communicate, and I have a good support system.
You really do.
Makes it easier to balance life when you have support.
I was gonna say that back when you said 2014, you got the 2 jobs and you're doing all this stuff. I mean, your husband must have like supported you in this, right?
Very much so.
And that's a blessing because not everybody has that.
Mhm.
But what I feel like it just the support was there, but you didn't disappoint,
Right.
right?
I
Because
mean, there
that,
were some slow times, where I had
yeah.
that disbelief, the limiting beliefs and the doubt. And so I wasn't producing like to my capability because I had the doubt and the limiting beliefs. So there were times where he was like, okay, now what? Are you serious this time? Are you really gonna, because I had
Oh, I
the
like that.
coming going for
Yeah.
a couple of times. So I've only been back with this one company for since last January. So it'll be 2 years in January that
So
I've returned.
you relaunched 2 years ago, really?
Yes. Yes.
Oh wow, this gets even better. It's not 9 years. It's
It's,
it's really 2 years.
and you know what I
Mm.
say is 5 months because that's when the light bulb went off. That's when the breakthrough came about. So
So
I
what
say
happened? So
5 months.
so you talk about this breakthrough. I don't have it on my list, but what happened on this breakthrough? I'm dying to know. I'm like, what happened? Maybe I
When
can
I
have
tell
that.
people, I said God spoke to me. I don't know.
Hmm.
Like I heard a voice. I literally heard a voice like, "Get up! What are you doing? You can do this." And it was just like, that moment, and the lights and everything went off, and I'm like, "Okay, I got
I
this.
love that.
No
Yeah.
excuses."
It's amazing because prayer works. I mean, I'm a cancer survivor. How can I say like prayer? I mean, come on. I have had 7 surgeries. But this is not about me. It's about you. But I've had a few dings, right? So I can't say like prayer doesn't work. Like that would be dumb. That would be
Yeah,
really,
real
really
dumb.
dumb from coming from a guy like me. So I know prayer works, and it's amazing how, and I've done this interview with the top earners, right? It's amazing how many 10 out of 10 interviews, they all have that faith, that belief, that strong just hold. And I feel like that's so important. It's to build this because it ain't easy.
It
It
ain't.
does take, it gets you, it produces a men and women from boys and girls. That's what I say all the time.
True.
It's really true. You get to. So I love that. Now, do you include the kids or the one? Well, your kid, you said it's 30 something, right?
She's 31.
So it's not a kid anymore. So what about
Grown
the
woman.
the grandkids? Yeah, power one. Yeah. What about the grandkids? Are they like involved in your like daily? Sometimes you give them little chores, business things. Like
I
what kind of stuff?
do.
What
Yes.
kind of stuff? Like,
They actually get paid for it, so they don't
no,
pay me.
what? I'm available for adoption. I say this every week.
I
Nobody
know.
adopts me. What is going?
Well, they're a part of my brand. My family is a part of my brand. Like you have to have a brand in order to build a business. It's not about your products. It's not about anything else. It's you. People are buying you, so they're part of my brand. They are very much involved.
I love that. So and they get paid for this.
Yeah,
I love it.
they have a
I
little cash app card.
How cool is that? That is cool. And how old are they? The grandkids?
The eldest is 12. The little one, the middle one, she just left. She's 8. She'll be 8 next
You
month, and then
don't
the baby
even
is
look it. Like that is
big.
awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. That's awesome. So to build this kind of a business, if you would, in such a short time. Now I'm even more impressed. Like I really am. I'm like, I that's a wake up call for me. I gotta get my booty to work. That's awesome though. So to build this kind of a business in such a short time and have that awakening, if you would, like what strategies or what kind of stuff were you just had to put into play to get going, if you would?
Again, it's my faith, my strong work ethics, and I believe faith without works is dead. So it definitely is putting in a lot of work and surrounding or being surrounded or encompassed by people that are doing better than you. My circle has definitely changed over the years. I've grown so much over the years. I'm actually 50 now. I just turned 50 last Monday. So over the years, it's like I've just been growing. You're never too old to grow, never too late to learn. So I'm constantly learning and growing. I'm always going to be a student, not a follower, but I'll be a student and I'm going to stay by the fire and learn everything that I can learn. So it's definitely my hard work ethics.
Work ethics. Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna put in 2.5 hours of intentional work, that's you gotta put in intentional work. So yeah, and you're producing it. So it's not like it's not working. It's working
Yeah.
well. So I can definitely appreciate that. So let's say, for example, if you were to leave the profession today, and you don't want to, huh? That's so cute. You're like, no. If you if you were to leave the profession today and say, you know what, I got enough. I'm good, right? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna enjoy it with my daughter, with my husband, and the grandkids. And what is a couple of takeaways you would take away from the profession?
They say this a lot, but it's true. At network marketing is personal development on steroids. So I feel like I've grown so much in that aspect of my life. It's just that I have an open mind now. I'm looking at things different. I'm viewing life in another, whatever you call that. I'm viewing life from another, I'm seeing it differently now. And I owe that all to network marketing because only a handful of people understand this industry. Not
Yes.
everyone does. It's like 20% of us do, 80% of us don't, and maybe even less than that. But it's hard to convince someone that, you know, that this is the real deal. It really is an opportunity to change your life. So anything I can take with me is that it's life changing.
Yeah. So, what would you pass on to the grandkids from this profession?
Entrepreneurship. I feel
Yeah.
like they should work for themselves. If you're going to put in 40 hours at a job, you can put in 40 hours for yourself or more. You know, I
Wonderful.
haven't always done 2 hours a day. Now I'm at a point where, I've branded myself enough to where I can just do 2 hours in a day or
So,
two and a half
what did it take to start? Just curious.
to start.
To start the wheel, like going now, you're about 2 hours a day, but before, was it more, or was it
Oh yeah. Oh
how?
yeah. It was
What did it take to get started? Like, how much time did you put in the, let's say, first 3 months?
so that would be May, June, and July. I would wake up and I would start messaging people that or have watched my videos of anyone that commented on anything. I would start by messaging, and that would take time because it was a lot of people I had to get to. And then that turned into follow-up, so that would turn into the next day or the next 2 days. So it was pretty much more of like manual reaching out to people, and that takes a lot of time. And then creating content, making sure this video is good, this is not too much, it's not too cheesy, all of that takes time. It's a job. It really is. But
It
you have
really
to
is.
have that mindset to know that if you can put in 40 plus hours a week for someone else, then you can put in 40 plus hours for yourself. So that was
Yes.
the mindset I had in grind
Yes.
mode.
I love that because that's such an important point. I love that because a lot of people think it's not easy, it's just simple, this and that. But it's not. If you really treat it like a business, truly a business, you're going to sit down, you're going to have notebooks, you're going to have boards, you're going to have notepads, you're going to run a business online to be able to produce that kind of a result. So I
Yeah,
definitely appreciate that. Yeah,
definitely.
for
Treat your
sure. Yeah.
business like a business, not a hobby. Hobby doesn't pay. A hobby,
Hobby
you're
costs
spending
money.
money.
Yeah,
It
there you
costs
go.
money.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
So let's say, and I love this question. Let's say with that whole mentality, which I love that. Let's say you're at a Starbucks and you meet somebody that's not so about network marketing, you know, but they don't know you, they don't know you. So let's say they're very skeptical. You're not going to run into this person again. The conversation starts and they find out that you're in network marketing, and what would you give them? What is like a final thought that you're gonna leave them with?
I was if there's something that they've thought about and they probably kind of like on the
Like
edge
all
of
that
it.
stuff, it's pyramid, it's this, it
Uh,
doesn't work,
yeah,
and then they don't know that it's working because you're like there,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So like, what is a thought that you would share with them?
I would tell them just do it. Like you have to do it and see for yourself. You can't go off of what you heard, what you saw. Do it for yourself and see for yourself. Oh no, you can go for what you saw because watch me. How about that? Here's my Facebook. Here's my TikTok. Watch me and see what I do and see
You
how
can
real
say.
this is. And yeah, you won't be skeptical anymore.
Yeah, I love that. Not go do it. Let's go do it. I think that's is that John Max? I don't know. I think it's John C. Maxwell. It sounds like John.
Sounds like him. Yes, it
Yeah,
does.
it sounds like John
My
Maxwell.
guy is Jim Ron, but yeah, Maxwell.
Yes, I love Jim Rohn. Yes, I love him. That's such a good point because just do it, right? I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen?
See for
You end
yourself.
up with some good products. You don't use them.
Because
All
you
right,
can.
throw them out, return them. I don't know. You've done that before from Amazon and eBay and other stuff.
I don't say all the time.
Right? It's like it's not like it's not the end of the world. That it's not that big of a deal, if you would. So I appreciate that point. I love that. That's such a
Yeah.
good point. Do you have? I could talk to you for like ever. Now that I know you've done this in shorter period of time, I didn't know that. See, I didn't.
Yeah, it was.
And
I
maybe
was joking.
yeah, I love that. That's such a good point for a lot of people because I had to relaunch, so I can relate. I relaunched about 7, 8 months ago, so I can totally relate with that story because that connected with me. It's like, wow,
Ah,
that's
good.
awesome, and it's such a nice point because it proves that you know what you can be in a company, you can be plugged in, plugged out, plugged in, plugged out, but if you can't get rid of it out of your head, you know
Mhm.
it's one of those things. I mean, this is my thing. If you absolutely hate it, then you're never going to come back. But if you just a little tiny bit, even just like an ounce of likeness was there in you, it's going to pull you back in, right?
Absolutely.
It's going to pull you back in because it's just the profession is just a good profession. So you could be in and out and you could make it then decision in such a short period of time and boom, explode. I love that. That's
Yeah,
such a good
that was it.
yeah,
That's all it took.
that's like amazing. um do you have any final thoughts, any last thoughts that you want to share with me? I really appreciate your time. I could talk with you forever. Any final thoughts for the audience who's watching and watch the replay as well?
Mm, just know that whatever you set your mind to do, just you have to believe in it. You have to believe in if it's a company you want to get involved with, you have to believe in that company, you have to believe in those products, and most importantly, you have to believe in yourself.
Yes, you do. And you know what? I got to point something out because you said in the beginning your husband was there, and in this May, he was like, "Hey, let's go."
Yeah.
So sometimes you may not believe yourself, but you can borrow,
Other
right? You could
beliefs.
borrow the next person's belief, and I love like you have so many points that I just love, and it connects with so many folks. So I really, but look, everybody's like blowing the shots. So
I can't
I,
see it, so.
well, you can. It says that, thank you. What an inspiration. Do you see the comment on the screen?
Oh, I do. That's what.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I thought that was something
That's
else.
that's the
Oh,
comments from the
oh,
people. Yeah.
thank you.
So
You're
you're
welcome.
getting all kinds of people here.
Oh,
So
cool.
yeah, you're getting all kinds of love. So I really appreciate you. Thank you so,
Thank
so,
you,
so much for
Sean.
your time. Everybody will go back to the comments and we'll make sure we'll reply to all the
I don't
comments
mind.
and all that. Yes, I appreciate you guys. Again, if you feel like this is worthy of sharing, do what you gotta do, spread the love, tag a couple people. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yes. And
Thanks
with
again, Sean.
thank you again. And with that, I am Sean Azimi with sidekicksean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your side business signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love. Bye. Thank you so much.